Hi guys, so I was recently sent a new 3D printer from Anycubic and it's called the Anycubic Photon M3. I've done a few prints of it, but I really wanted to print something out that had loads of detail, and as you can see, this little Cyclops here has, well, loads of detail in it. So this is what I printed out and obviously painted using the Army Painter paints and some speed paints, and yeah, let's get into it and show you exactly how I did this. So I had a little look on my mini factory, which is where I get quite a lot of my my little miniatures from. And one of the model makers that I use quite a lot is this one, which is One Page Rules. And as you can see, well, absolutely shed load of stuff. And obviously this is the guy that got my my interest, just because it was nice and big. I do like doing the odd sort of large miniature. And as you can see, yeah, lots of definition and lots going on. So I thought this would be a perfect one to print out and see how it looks. So I took the files and imported them into the software that comes with the printer, and as you can see, it's great because I can get them all on the one plate, and then yeah, stick it on the little USB and popping it in the machine. Although this machine obviously has the USB port to the side, which isn't too bad, but obviously the kind of setup I've got, it's more, well, I'd ideally like to have it at the front, which makes it a lot easier for me. But hey ho, it's just a small little thing. But yeah, a nice little printer, relatively quiet, which is pretty cool. And then about 3.5 hours later, the print was done and ready to sort of take off and clean. So everything's printed out really well there, and that's the reason why I like going to One Page Rules, is because everything comes pre-supported. So yeah, you haven't got to mess about doing any of that, and obviously everything seems to come out really well. So yes, slide them off, and yeah, I'm loving the definition. These are going to look pretty cool when it's painted. So then I can just pop it in my Anycubic, well, wash and go sort of thing, I guess. A bit of a cleaner, obviously with some isopropyl alcohol in there, just to get rid of any any excess resin, I guess. This is where my knowledge of this thing isn't very good. I know how to use it, but what it does, you need to go look that up. So yeah, put it in some nice warm water. Obviously these supports, again, they just peel off effortlessly, which is really cool, because it also means that they don't really sort of damage or leave any marks on the figure, which is obviously great because it means there's less sort of cleaning up later. In fact, I don't think I did any sort of cleaning up at all, like a scalpel with these, and that's because the supports come off so nicely. So yeah, looking really good. Obviously it comes in parts, this one, which is kind of handy, I guess, 'cause it makes it easier to print. Bit of gluing sort of needed in a minute, but yeah, no, love how they look. So I give them a little bit of a dry off and then put them back in this little wash and cure station, and this time for the UV lights to basically harden the prints, I'm thinking. Again, if I'm saying anything that's incorrect, guys, by all means you can correct me, put it down in the comments. Yeah, I don't mind being corrected, obviously, because if I'm wrong then I'd rather know what I was talking about, really. So yeah, a little bit of gluing, and yeah, again, these things, they slot in so well. I have done quite a lot of prints with One Page Rules, and yeah, I will be doing lots more prints with One Page Rules, just because I've never had any issues with them coming out wrong. And look at that, he's gorgeous. So I primed him in white, and the main reason for that is because I'm going to use these. So again, I was recently sent some speed paints, the mega set, and yeah, there's loads in here, as you can see from the outside of the box, and obviously from the inside of the box. So I will say I am very fortunate that I am sent a lot of products for free. I don't have to talk about them, but I am sent them for free, and obviously I'm going to talk about them because I just love using them. So yeah, using the speed paints, and I'm still doing, again, it's probably the naughty thing of doing, but I'm dipping my brush in the actual bottle. Obviously every time I do use a brush, I make sure it is thoroughly cleaned before going from one bottle to obviously the next bottle. And yeah, I had a bit of a tough decision on what colour to paint this bad boy. I was going to paint him like a normal skin colour, but then I thought that might look a bit weird, him looking a normal skin colour. So I've gone for this, which is kind of, well, I think it's meant to be like a beachy, sandy colour, but it has come out more brown. I'm not sure if that is what it's meant to be, or I'm just not shaking it enough. Obviously all of these ones I have shaken lots before using, because this one is an actual brown. But as you can see, it's come out looking the same as the sort of sandy coloured one, which isn't really good, so I've taken it off. So that's the hardened leather I was using, but then I've also got this dark wood, and this one is definitely a lovely brown. So yeah, so that's why obviously I stopped doing what I was doing and use this one just because obviously it makes more of a contrast rather than having his shorts look the same colour as his body. Obviously, I'm not going to be using all speed paints on this. I'm going to use some other sort of army painter paints. It's the D&D range again that they kindly sent me, and has, well, just so many. I don't even know how many bottles came in that pack, but certainly enough that for my sort of a good variety of colours. And obviously you can mix some of these in as well, I guess. So yeah, painting this, well, I don't really need to explain what I'm doing. You can see what colour I'm painting him. Yeah, I did enjoy painting this guy though. Well, I've been enjoying painting quite a bit recently, but because he's quite big as well, just makes it obviously a lot easier to sort of get in there and paint all the bits and pieces. And this is where I really noticed just how much detail there is in this figure. And yeah, I think he's come out so well. So I'm definitely going to be printing quite a lot more prints on my my new Anycubic Photon Mono, just because yeah, they come out really well. So it's a nice quiet little printer. It's not as big as the Photon X that I was using, so if I'm going to do anything bigger, then obviously I use the other printer, but certainly for smaller figures, then this one is ideal. So obviously, yeah, some of the paints I've been putting on obviously don't contain any kind of wash like the speed paints, so that's where I just use, well, the whole variety of washes that I do have. And yeah, just going to go around and put a bit of wash on. But also afterwards, I'm trying to get better at painting, so I do have a go at doing a few highlights later on, just to obviously try and improve the look of the figures. And it's like I am enjoying the painting, which is really cool. Oh, and guys, I am working on a sprue build video, so keep an eye out for that. That's probably going to come out next, I think, after this one. Yeah, where I've taken the WizKid sprues, I've melted some down into good old sprue goo, and yeah, I'm making a figure. So keep an eye out for that, because I might be getting back into doing a few more sprue built videos. So yeah, keep an eye out for them. So yeah, again, doing a little bit of highlighting, obviously on the brick there, obviously it comes out really well. But then one thing I did notice about this guy, obviously he's got all these scaly bits on him, and well, I just wanted them to be sort of in a different sort of colour, just so they obviously stand out more. Obviously you can see them obviously standing out, but I think them being a different colour will certainly will help that. So I thought I'd have a go going over the speed paint with a different sort of speed paint. Obviously this is speeded up, guys. This isn't how fast I paint. If anything, I paint sort of like 10 times slower than probably anyone normally. And then yeah, what I was doing was, once the brush was kind of like dry from the paint, I was then sort of well, basically doing like dry brushing over parts of the skin, just to try and do a bit of blending in, basically. And yeah, I'm pleased with what I've done, and that's the main thing. Whenever you paint something, guys, if you paint it and you're happy, then it doesn't really matter what other people think. So yeah, I was happy with the end result of this, and definitely doing sort of like dry brushing with the speed paint. Yeah, it certainly helps sort of blend it in to the rest of his skin. And again, I love this figure because I think he's pretty cool, because I do like big chunky guys. This one's, say, definition in bounds of it, and yeah, I'm pleased with how he came out sort of painted. So yeah, I've even having a go at trying to highlight some of the veins on him. Yeah, not too bad. Need to work on that kind of thing, but in general, I'm really happy with well, how everything's turned out. Okay, so enough waffling, let's get on to some glamour shots. Okay, roll VT. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to all my patrons, as well as the sponsors, for helping making it possible for me to sort of keep making these videos, and obviously buying the materials I need to build stuff. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave comments down below, hit the like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, take care. Bye for now.